All right, welcome back to another episode of I've Heard It Both Ways, the podcast that serves up aces.
Oh, because there's tennis.
Yes, because tennis exists. Yes,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
why.
Well, also, are there aces in squash and badminton?
There's aces in squash and badminton and in poker. Yeah, so aces all over the place.
And on a podcast.
Yeah, that's the one.
Right, with us this week, we've got Zack.
That's me.
Ihibw, and a very special guest, all the way from Paris, and a human rights expert, Fabien.
Expecting like some Graham Norton introduction.
First guest, mate, on the show.
Yeah, we do like it.
Thanks for coming
I
on, mate.
feel honoured.
Feel welcome, mate,
Thanks
as
for
well.
coming on.
Yes.
You know.
And you'll have. Don't forget.
I am.
All right, so today it's Zack, Fabien, and Hev.
Look at that, mate. The dream team.
The lineup.
You know. A couple of months ago, I'm going months, mate. I was just flicking through the old FB, Facebook. Yeah.
He's got the lingo down. You're like a power user, aren't you?
I've got no time to call this video. And a lot of people were Facebooking about Miss Universe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Miss Universe, man.
Yeah.
Because I am half Filipino, as I've mentioned on this show, and the Philippines is absolutely obsessed with Miss Universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
Pageants. They just love pageants.
Yeah.
A lot of my relatives. I'd say every single one of my female relatives have been in a pageant at one stage of their life.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, it's really weird. Like I know, like because we are all, you know, in the Western world, we're like, oh, you know, it's sexist and all that. And I remember watching. So anyway, that happened, and then my mum then said, and this is true, by the way, you're not going to believe me, but my mum said, oh, can you get Miss Universe on the TV? And she wanted to watch it. She wanted to watch it.
Yeah, all right.
Right? So then, so we started watching it. And then there was they have like different rounds. And one of the rounds was the swimsuit rounds.
Yeah.
And I was saying, you know, I'd hate if I had a daughter, for my daughter to be parading herself.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. And then my mum's response, you know, she's Filipino old school. She was just like, well, you know, if you're good looking, that's what you got to do.
What?
And
That's what you've got to do.
Yeah, and I was
it's not
like,
even you can do that. That's what you've got to do.
No, but she's like, no, but if the pageant says to do it, you got. And I was like, yeah, but you don't have to put your mum on the pageant. I mean, your daughter on the pageant. Or your mum.
I knew Filipinos were into pageants here.
Well, I'll come to that. I'll come to that in a minute. But. Not my mum, but yeah, just I just find the whole mentality towards it really funny. And I was just thinking, like in your backgrounds, like do you like in Nigeria?
I don't know. Firstly, when you say they're into pageants, is that something you found unique to the Philippines, or are there other countries that they might have got that from?
I've heard as well Venezuela and Latin American countries are really into their pageants.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Do you think is that related to the links with the US, like the Philippines links with the US? Because the other country that comes to mind for me when it comes to pageants, Miss Universe, it's the US.
US, yeah.
And there's like loads of ties to US, Philippines.
Yeah.
But
is it on a par with like the US interest, or do you think it goes beyond that?
I think it probably started from there, but then also there's no doubt in that the Philippines they're good at it. They've won Miss Universe a lot of times.
What makes you good? Like what's the criteria other than being beautiful?
Yeah, no, we'll talk about the criteria as well. But like I think it's just whatever you're good at.
Yeah.
The country starts, you know, and like with Philippines, their number one sport is basketball, and they're not going to be ever good at that because they're just too small. That's just that's the truth.
Yeah.
And so like,
is that the number one sport?
basketball, but then it became boxing because of Manny Pacquiao.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like whatever is whoever's doing well over there.
Yeah, that becomes the number
one. I know
sport.
you might not think of beauty pageant as a sport, but I do, mate. It's competitive, man. It's competitive, and you guys are gonna know as well. Yeah. Right? You guys are gonna know later on.
I heard that. What's it called? Like your number one or one of your top 3 sports was yo-yoing. Is that a thing, or have I just heard wrong?
As in with the string?
Yeah, the yo-yo, the little circle on the string.
Fucking racist.
Mate, am I making it up, or have you heard this before as well?
Never heard it. Number one, you laughed at Miss Universe being a sport. How's yo-yo in a sport?
Mate.
A pastime.
We can debate this all the way through. In Nigeria, what you were asking, I don't think beauty pageants work the same way. Like my cousin, she's entered a few of them, and even she'll send me like links all the way over here to help her vote.
And how would the rest of your family feel about it?
Well, there's like no bikini round or stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It's more like cultural clothing, going out for the evening clothing, casual. You understand? It's a bit more PG, if that's the best way for me to describe it. And I didn't follow the whole event or the whole tournament, but that's kind of how it came across to me. So they were a little bit more reserved in what they were being put forward for.
Right, but the winner is you've got her on your contacts.
She sent me the whole. The website had the whole list of things, but apparently I was meant to be voting for her 10 times a day.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently I had like a limit of 10 votes a day. And I thought to myself, if we've got 10 votes, this system isn't quite.
So you didn't vote based on the system. You were like, that system's like.
No, I did give her the 10 votes. I don't know if I did it every day.
Well, every day.
Not every day. I ain't got time for this.
What a great family.
I ain't got time. Yeah. That's the reason she's sending me the list, isn't it?
So, go on.
I don't know if it's a big thing in Mauritius.
No?
Like, as in, the candidate, the person the woman who's like Miss Mauritius, will always get lots of support, and like if she gets like through certain rounds, I think it will be in the papers. But I think it's more to do, it's a small island, isn't it? So
exactly. Represent wherever you can.
Exactly.
Anywhere you can represent the whole country.
Yeah. I think there's a bit of rivalry between like Miss Mauritius and Miss Seychelles and stuff like that, because
the islands, But
I don't know if it's a big thing.
Well, in the one that I watched, that I was forced to watch, by the way, guys. They were trying to be progressive with it. So it was the first Miss Universe that had all female judges.
Oh, okay,
which is good. It was the first one that had it was the first transgender contestant, which was from Spain.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And you were talking about the rounds that they had. It was the nightgown round. They also have a traditional, and that was quite an interesting one, a traditional costume round. Yeah. Where every contestant came out with something that represented their country. Yeah. Which is what I thought was really good. Right. Then they had the swimsuit, the gown, the traditional, and then the questions round.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Before I get on to the questions round, though, who do you think won the current Miss Universe?
Well, the fact you've been talking and you're like just puffed up your chest a little bit there, I'm going to say the Philippines won. All right.
They won it.
Round of applause.
But then there was controversy because the winner was a mixed race Filipino woman. So,
what's the controversy?
Well, no, the thing is like. All right. If it was, if it was in England, a mixed race person, you get lots of mixed race people. Yeah. But there were some people saying in the media that mixed race Filipino, especially half white, half Filipino, they get treated better in the media, and they get all the acting roles. Yeah. And then this woman there, perfect English. Yeah. All her answers were in English, and even I've seen her being interviewed on Filipino TV. She still speaks in English, so it makes me wonder, like, is she a representation of Philippines?
Is that the first time Philippines have won?
No, we won it 2 years ago, man.
All right,
run this team. But
returning champions.
But do you remember the last time Philippines won it?
No.
Yeah, was this where the commentator got it? Like,
do you know about it?
Is that where he gave the wrong name?
I was thinking maybe.
So the Oscars copied Miss World. Is that
they copied it.
Yeah.
They were like, look what happened. what that mistake did for Miss World. Seriously, that Miss Universe, and we can't mix the two up. By the way, Miss World
and Miss Universe.
Yeah, but that Miss Universe, that mistake that Steve Harvey, he was the presenter. He said Miss Columbia. I was wondering if you can maybe put a little.
Yeah, I'll find the audio.
Yeah, he says Miss Columbia, and then he goes, "I'm really sorry," and then he was like, and Miss Columbia already had the crown on her head. And then he had to take it off her head, tangled hair, and put it on Philippa. It was just the most cringy thing ever. And guess who is presenting it now?
Steve Harvey again.
So that was, I think her name was Pia Watchback. That was 2 years ago. Yeah. And then last year, when it was about to do the announcement, Pia came on with some glasses and gave it to Steve and went, trying to make fun of it. But apparently, he's enemy number one in Colombia. Yeah, you can't be doing that. Just because
he gave them the glory and then snatched it back away.
One job to do, mate. One job to do. Imagine doing that.
Miss World, she presents. So you're reigning Miss. Is it Miss World, Miss Universe? What are we doing?
We're doing
Miss Universe. You come out of the next year and you present it to the new winner. Yeah. So that obviously means you can't compete the next year.
No.
Can you compete the year after that?
No, I don't think. I mean, you've had yours.
It's just one shot and done. If you don't win, can you compete again?
I'm not sure, man. Mate, I'm not some expert, man.
All right. I thought you were Filipino, mate.
What, Filipino? No, especially a Filipino. You're not going again. Imagine. I wouldn't let you go again. You had your chance. But then it is a charity as well. Like, so Miss Universe goes around and raises awareness for the charities that she wants to raise awareness for, and the winners are usually all the contestants are part of a charity as well. That's what gets you in it. You have to be seen as helping other people and be selfless. That's what they promote. Before I go on to the questions, though, I was just looking at other pageants around. In the 30s, there was a Miss Lovely Eyes competition, and then where people had to wear a mask. Yeah. And then so the mask would cover everything except for your eyes, and you would just.
They're really creepy, man.
It does look creepy. It looks like a little Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, you have to wear that, but then the beauty will shine through.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'd seen something similar as well, like Miss Lovely Legs. And there's a big, massive board that just covers everything from the knee above, and you're actually voting on just the legs.
Look at this then. So Miss Prettiest Ankles. So they're hanging. So these people, we'll put it on the show notes. These people are hanging. They're sitting on a platform, and people are below it, and all they can see are the girls' ankles.
No, but they look like they're facing the crowd.
No, I reckon that's totally covered.
Oh, so they just slotted their legs through a little.
Yeah, I reckon that's a big. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
And it's based just on that. Yeah. Some other strange pageants. Miss Plastic Surgery.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
This is in China. There's a Miss. So people that are obsessed with plastic surgery.
Are they going to, the people that turn themselves into a cat? Or like a lizard. Are they included as in body modification? Or is it...
I wonder if it's like...
If
you can tell that they've had plastic surgery. I don't know. I was too scared to go into it. There's also, in Italy, a Sister Italia.
Is that for nuns?
For nuns, yeah. Ages 18 to 40, Sister Italia. It's a beauty pageant. And then they also select the most beautiful nun.
But I don't understand. They're not getting themselves dolled up, and there's no makeup.
No.
And they're barely showing any ankle.
And the questions would be about,
how many prayers you do a day.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know about it. There's a Miss Pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
You may have guessed, featuring pregnant women. So Miss Pregnant there.
That's a little bit unfair, isn't it? So whatever time of year they hold it, you've got